Hi, it's Amy back for another postnatal workout. This is my third in a series of exercises that are safe and will help heal a diastasis recti. We're going to go ahead and start lying down on your back, so safest to go down to your side and then roll over onto your back. We'll just start with a few pelvic tilts to find a neutral spine. So on your exhale, draw the navel in. Think about the bottom tip of the tailbone lifting up on an imaginary line towards the navel to engage your pelvic floor. And inhale and release. And exhale, navel in, bottom tip of the tailbone up. And inhale, release. And again, exhale, drawing pelvic floor up, transverse abdominis in, and release, settling into a neutral spine where you have just a little bit of space under your low back. We're going to go into our Pilates hundreds, which is a breathing exercise. Pump the arms quickly. Inhale for 5 pumps and exhale for 5 pumps. Inhale, expanding your low ribs. On your exhale, navel in and pelvic floor draws up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your exhale, use your abs, float your left leg up to tabletop. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your next exhale, float that right leg up to tabletop 2. You should feel all the work here in your low abs. Your back should be relaxed. Inhale deeply. Exhale, drawing the navel in and pelvic floor muscles lifting up. Last inhale and exhale. Now staying in tabletop, bring your right hand to your left knee, your left arm up in the air. Now you're going to think about the connection right here. So you're pushing your hand into your knee and your knee into your hand. So finding the navel drawing in and a lift of the pelvic floor, that bottom tip of the tailbone lifting up on an imaginary line towards the navel. Now we'll keep that stability and add some movement. So on your exhale, you're going to lower your right foot and left hand and inhale and pull it back up. As you lower the right leg, keep your pelvic floor lifting up and navel drawing in. Feel how your spine stays neutral, your ribs stay heavy, and your focus is really on your stability here between that right hand and left knee. You don't have to go through the full motion of your right foot. You can keep it a little bit smaller if you need to maintain your stability. One more on this side. And then switch. Take a second, press your left hand into that right knee. Feel the abs activate, navel pulling in. That lift of your pelvic floor, especially on the right side. And then let's start to move. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, lower down with that left leg and right hand. Just moving in the range that you can stabilize. You should feel that your low abs, your pelvic floor can support your entire range of motion. So feel free to limit it if you need to. It's important to stay connected to your breath. Get that deep inhale, expanding your diaphragm. We'll set you up for a good exhale and lift of the pelvic floor muscles. Your breath can really be in either direction on all of these exercises. You just want to feel that your breath is helping you recruit those low ab and pelvic floor muscles. The last one here. And then 1 foot at a time, we'll lower down. Setting up for a bridge, so feet are going to come in closer towards your bottom. Hands reach down. Then we'll go back to that pelvic tilt. Inhale to prepare on your exhale, lifting tailbone up towards your pubic bone. Press down through your feet. And then lifting as high as you can, keeping that connection between the pelvis and the rib cage. You don't want to pop your ribs up in this Pilates bridge. You want to keep this connection, those abs knitting together, and then slowly lower down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bottom tip of the tailbone lifts up towards the pubic bone. Keep that tailbone lifting. Pelvic floor active, abs showing in. You should feel your glutes working. And lower down again. This time, bridge up and hold it. So same initiation from that pelvic floor. Tailbone lifting you up. And then once you're up in your bridge, we're going to add in a heel raise. So this raise is really going to be a further lift of your pelvic floor. So do that on your exhale. Lift the bottom tip of the tailbone up towards your pubic bone, up on an imaginary line towards the navel, which is drawing in. And as you lift the heels, you should feel greater activation through the back of your legs and hips. On the exhale, pelvic floor lifts you up. Let's go 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. Heels down. Roll your spine down, bone by bone. Go ahead and turn to your side. Press up using your hands. And next, coming on to hands and knees. So trying to set up with your shoulders right over your hands, hips right over your knees. And first, starting with some pelvic tilts here, or a cat-cow. So we'll inhale to prepare. On your exhale, bringing that bottom tip of the tailbone forward. Your head drops down, coming into a mad cat. And then reverse it to a flat back. Pull your shoulder blades down. Lift your chest through your shoulders here. And then exhale, head drops down. Tailbone forward towards the pubic bone. Lifting navel to spine. Lifting the pelvic floor. And reverse. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And the last upper back bend here. Coming to a flat neutral spine, let's add a leg into it. So we're going back to our cat. So head drops down, tailbone presses forward to the pubic bone, and bringing that left knee into your chest. So round spine here. Now as you go to your flat back, you're going to keep your abs engaged and reach that left leg back behind you. Keep your pelvis level, keep your abs lifting in, pelvic floor lifted, and then on your exhale, tailbone to pubic bone, and curl in. Inhale, keeping that ab connection, but flat back. Left leg lifts. You should feel the left glute doing that. Abs still in, maintaining a level pelvis. And exhale, rounding into your cat. Inhale, flat back. Left leg lifts. Curling in, tailbone to pubic bone. flat back, leg lifts. Exhale, drop your head, drop your tailbone, lift the navel to the spine, lift your pelvic floor. And reach that flat back. Reach it back, flat back. And then last time, left leg curling in. Keep those abs engaged as you go to your flat back. And still feel a connection of the rib cage and pelvis in the front of your body. And left knee down. Shake out your wrists for a moment before going on to the right leg. So inhale to prepare, and your exhale, finding your cat, so rounding your spine, pulling that right knee into your chest. On your inhale, flat back, reach that right leg back behind you, keeping the stability in your core. Think of the exercise we did in the laying on your back, where you had that connection between the right hand and the left knee, and it's the same on that exercise, on this exercise, where you're feeling the stability between those 2 points as you move your right leg. Inhale, stretch back, keeping the ribs and pelvis connected in the front of your body as you lift that right leg. And pulling in, tailbone to pubic bone, pelvic floor lifted, navel lifted to your spine. Inhale, stretch. Let's go one more each way, so curling in. Tailbone lifts towards pubic bone and an imaginary line up towards your navel. And then keep that engagement even as you press your right leg back and up behind you. Right, let's go ahead and lie down on your side. I'm going to stay propped up. I'm on my right elbow. So both knees bent to begin with. And let's just look at our position here. You're going to stay strong in this right side body, so the right shoulder is down away from your ear. The ribs are pulled back. Make sure that you're not popped out here. Navel is into your spine, and then you want to feel that your tailbone, especially that bottom tip, is pressing forward towards your pubic bone. So you have your pelvic floor engaged here to support your body as we start to move the leg. So we're going to go ahead and float this left leg up. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, keep your pelvic floor lifting as you press that left leg away from you. And pull it in on the inhale. And exhale, pelvic floor lifts as you press that left leg out. So again, we're concentrating on what's not moving. So you can even think of the work that the right side body, the right glute, the right pelvic floor are doing to keep you still here as you're moving that left leg. Pressing from that left sit bone as you bend the left leg up. You can even feel the energy still in the back of that left leg, and that will prevent you from getting too much work here in the left hip flexor. And then press that left leg straight. Pelvic floor is still lifted, navel in, ribs back, and we're going to tap the leg forward and back. So to inhale, swing forward, exhale, push back. Now when you go back, ribs in, navel in, you'll only push that leg back as far as you can without letting your ribs open up here. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, on your exhale, navel in, Pelvic floor lifts up. And then keeping that left leg out, we're going to go up and down. So focus on your stability. Ribs in, navel in, tailbone forward to that pubic bone, and feeling your lift come from your sit bones, your glutes. Both sides active. Reaching that left leg out away from you so that you're not bending into your back here. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. And bending that knee back in. Now go ahead and lie all the way down on your right side. The bottom leg will go straight. The top leg is going to bend up in front of you. So just like before, ribs in, navel in, and tailbone forward towards the pubic bone. So even just lying here, you should be able to feel that lift of your pelvic floor, and then maintain it as we start to lift and lower the right leg. Lift on your exhale. Feel the low abs and pelvic floor engage as you lift the leg. Inner thighs working. Your pelvis should stay stacked here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and last lift. Both knees bend. Use your arms, press up to seated, and we'll take a stretch here. So right arm up. And then just as you're sitting tall here, same organization, ribs in, navel in, and that lift from your pelvic floor, so up from your sit bones, tailbone, just side bend over to your left. Stretching the right side of your body. You can breathe deeply, especially into the right side of your ribs. And come back up. We'll stay seated for a moment for rolling like a ball. Grab onto your shins, and you're seated into a slight rollback or C-curve of your spine. So back on your tailbone a little bit. Your chin is tucked in, gaze at your knees. Now, on your first exhale, you are going to lift through your pelvic floor and floating that left foot off the ground. Inhale it back down, and then exhale, lift tailbone up on that imaginary line towards the navel to engage your pelvic floor. And lower down. And left again. Think about lifting from the left sit bone, getting those deep muscles working. And exhale, lift the right. And now both. So left first, and then on your next exhale, right two. So your balance, all of your work is in your deep low abs. We're going to roll like a ball. So inhale back to your shoulder blades. Exhale, balance. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that stability the entire time through your low abs, your pelvic floor lifting. 2 more. Last one. Balancing at the top and then putting your feet down. Going into a spine twist. So hands behind your head. I'm going to have my ribs pulled back, navel in, pelvic floor lifted. So inhale to prepare. On exhale, lifting through the abs and twisting to my left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Looking for the twist from your upper back between your shoulder blades. Your sit bones want to stay heavy. As you twist, find that lift from your pelvic floor, that initiation from your core. Good thoracic mobility is going to help keep the pressure off of the pelvic floor. Allow for space and mobility in your body. Last one left. And to the right. All right, lowering down to your side. I'm going to be on the left forearm now. I'm finding a lot of strength here through the left side body. Knees bent first, so my ribs are back, navel back, tailbone forward, and even here I can feel that lift of bottom tip of the tailbone, my pelvic floor. And I'm going to hover this right knee up. Inhale to prepare, on my exhale, press that right leg away and bend it back in. As my foot pushes down, my pelvic floor lifts up. Feel like you're pressing away with that right sit bone. And then as you bend up, you even still have energy through the back of the leg to avoid too much work right here in your hip flexor. Check in with your trunk. Make sure your ribs and pelvis are still staying connected. Really strong through the left side body. The left abs stay pulled in, pelvic floor lifted. And press that leg straight. Now we've got forward and back. Inhale. Exhale, navel in, only pressing that right leg back as far as you can without letting the back arch and the ribs flare. Inhale. Exhale. Working from that right glute, right sit bone again. Lifting through the pelvic floor. Navel into your spine. And then leaving that right leg back there, we're going up and down. Lift on your exhale. Think of lifting from that right sit bone so your glutes are active. Every time you lift your leg, lift your pelvic floor. Pull your navel into your spine. Reach that right leg out away from you so you're not getting movement here in your back. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee back in and go ahead and lie down on your side. We'll take the bottom leg straight, top leg bent. And again, checking in with our organization, ribs back, navel back, tailbone forward. And then even here, just finding that engagement of the pelvic floor as you lift and lower your left leg, working the inner thigh. Lift on your exhale. The lift of your pelvic floor, engagement of your transverse abdominis is the most important in all of these exercises. You want to move around a stable core and a stable pelvis. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend both knees. Use your arms. Press back up to sitting. And then setting up in a similar organization to rolling like a ball. We're going to work on some rollbacks here. So using your hands for support on your thighs. We'll go back into that C curve so you're going to have a slight tuck of your chin, sternum soft, ribs in, navel in. We'll initiate this rollback with a lift of your pelvic floor. So on your exhale, lift that bottom tip of the tailbone on that imaginary line towards your navel. Start to roll your spine back, gaze is at your knees. Inhale. On your exhale, use your abs, pull them in. Pull with your hands for assistance and come back up. Exhale. That tailbone spins back. all the work in your abs. You can see that the navel is drawing in towards your spine. Take an inhale. Exhale to roll back up. Inhale, exhale, initiating from that lift of the pelvic floor. Navel draws in to get your transverse abdominis. Ribs are connected to the pelvis. Use your hands for a little bit of assistance to come back up. You're welcome to just let the arms come in front of you if you feel really connected in this motion. If you would feel work going into your low back muscles though, or if you see that your abs start to bulge, then you know that you need to keep that assistance from your hands for right now. Two more, exhale. Lifting the pelvic floor, navel drawing in. Take an inhale, exhale, navel draws in to roll back up. And last one, exhale. Inhale back, exhale. And now sitting tall. We're going to do another one for our lift of the pelvic floor with some thoracic mobility. So now just taking a comfortable position of your legs. So if it's here, that's fine, or you can go out here, or even like straight if that feels good to you. So sitting tall, arms out in front of you. I'm going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift through the pelvic floor. Row that left arm back and open it up. Sweep that arm back. On your exhale, lifting through the low abs. Row back, open and close. So feel that lift of your pelvic floor. Navel drawing in. And your upper back is able to rotate around that stable pelvis. Feel the work through your shoulder blades, shoulders down away from your ears. Got one more each side. Row right arm back, open it, and sweep it closed. Now coming down to our back one more time for some single leg circles. So if it feels okay, you can hold on to your thighs and roll back. And then head at the top of the mat. Let's go ahead and have our right leg down. I'm going to have you keep it bent for now, and the left leg comes straight up. Now, circling the left leg, the most important thing is the stability, that your ribs stay anchored down, connected to your pelvis. And we'll just move in the range that we can, maintaining that. So we inhale across the body and circle around. Inhale, exhale, circle. As in our side lying exercise, really feel the lift coming from your left sit bone, from the bottom tip of the tailbone lifting up, so your pelvic floor is really helping you support and guide this motion. Circle the other way. Inhale out to the side, exhale around. A lot of stability on the right side of your low abs and pelvic floor. Last circle. Now cross that left leg over. Push the left knee out away from you. And you may feel the left glute stretch right here. You can stay there, but if not, on your exhale, draw the abs in, reach through, grab that right knee, and hold this stretch for a couple of deep breaths. Make sure that you still feel your abs supporting you, even in a stretch, to keep your body safe. Lower that right leg down. Left foot down, right leg up for the circle, arms can just be out to the side. So, ribs anchored down, pelvis neutral across your body, and exhale around. Finding that lift of your pelvic floor. Navel stays into your spine. And stability is more important than the mobility in this exercise. And reverse. Inhale out to the side, exhale around. Last circle. Cross that right ankle over the left knee into a figure four. Press the right knee away from you, looking for a stretch in the right glute. Welcome to stay here, or for a little bit more on your exhale, draw your navel in, lift up, grab the leg, and breathe deeply here. Last inhale. Exhale. Lower the legs down. Roll to one side. Push up. And that will do it. Hope that helps, and thanks for working out with me today.